Welcome to Get Solutions. This is Lokesh. So in this class we are going to solve the problem under Vogel's approximation method. So this is the last problem, that is fifth problem. So let's take down the problem. See, the following is the profit matrix based on the 4 factories and 3 sales depots of the company. Okay. See, this matrix, the informations will be given in the matrix, that is profit information. Okay, so in previous problems and all, you will have in this problem, that is cost related information, but in this problem they have given the profit information. Okay, and also they have given the 4 factories, that is factory 1, factory 2, factory 3, F4, that is 4 factories are given, and 3 sales depots are given for the company, and there are 3 sales depots are given, sales depot 1 and 2 and 3, and the related supply, that is availability of the various factories are given 10, 150, 50, 100, and requirements for this sales depots is given, that is 80, 120 and 150. Okay, let's see the problem. Determine the most profitable distribution schedule and the corresponding profit, assuming the no profit in case of surplus production. Okay, so they are telling that we are going to calculate the most profitable distribution, that is which factory will be going to distribute the distribute the products or services to the sales depots. So that we have to calculate. So that only they are telling we have to determine the most profitable distribution schedule. So which factory will be going to supply its quantity, that is supply its goods to the various sales depots. Okay, see, in previous problems, that is under various method, that is least cost entry method, under northwest corner method and all, we are satisfying the demand and supply based on the cost and information, right? So in previous problem and all, we have learned that to satisfy the demand and supply, if they have given the cost related information. So I already told that what is the major objective of this linear programming technique. So if they have given the cost related information, then definitely objective is to minimize the cost of the organization. If they are given profit related information, what is the objective? Yes, definitely maximization of the profit, right? So in previous problems we have learned that to satisfy the demand and supply when they have given the cost related information. So if they have given the cost related information, then the objective is to minimize, therefore these type of problems will be called as minimization problem. Okay, see, in this problem they have given the profit information for the various sales depots. That means factory 1 supplies some of the quantity to sales depot 1 at a profit of ₹6. Okay, so similarly factory 1 supply its products to sales depot 2 at a profit of ₹6. So this 6, 6, 1, minus 2, minus 2, minus 4, 3, 2, 3, 8, 5, 3. So these are all the profit information in this problem. So this minus 2, see, factory 2 supplies some of its quantity to sales depot 1 at a loss of -2, that is at a loss of -2 rupees, that is 2 rupees loss alli supply ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ. So similarly factory 2 supply some of its quantity to sales depot 2 at a loss of 2 rupees. Okay, so the following is the profit matrix. So this matrix completely related to the profit information. Hence the objective of the organization is to maximize the profit. So because of profit information given in the problem, this problem will be called as maximization problem. Okay, so if there is a cost information, then definitely it is a minimization problem. So in the problem itself they have specified the profit information, right? So that's why this problem will be called as maximization problem. Okay, so in last problems, that is in under least cost entry method and northwest corner method and all, we have satisfied the total demand and supply based on the cost information, that is minimizing the cost, right? So that is called as minimization problem. But in this illustration they have given the profit related information, so that's why this problem will be called as maximization problem. So if in case maximization problem is given, the first step is to we have to convert this maximization problem into minimization problem. Okay, so if they have directly given the cost related information, then we have to apply the related method, that is either it is a least cost method or Vogel's approximation method or northwest corner method. But in this problem we have to apply the Vogel's method, that we know, but the problem will be given in the maximization, that is profit information will be given. So therefore this problem will be under maximization problem. So if the problem is maximization, then first step is to we have to convert this maximization problem, that is we have to convert this profit maximization, that is maximization matrix, into minimization matrix. So let's see how to convert this maximization matrix into minimization matrix. Okay, carefully observe this step. We know that this matrix is under the maximization, right? So how to convert this maximization problem into minimization in the sense, so first of all, so from the entire transportation problem, that is within the box, we have the various numbers. It is nothing but profits, right? So in previous problems they have given the cost related information, and in this problem we have the profit information, right? See, in this entire transportation problem, which is the highest number? See, 6, 6, 1, minus 2, minus 2, minus 4, 3, 2, 2, 8, 5, 3. So which is the highest number? Yes, ultimately 8 is the highest number. We are converting the maximization problem into minimization problem. Carefully observe. First we have to select the highest number from the entire transportation problem. Okay, then the next step is to we have to subtract each individual number from this highest number. Once again I am going to repeat. First we have to select the highest number in the transportation problem, and we have to subtract each number in the transportation problem from this highest number, which means 8 minus 6, 8 minus 6, 8 minus 1, 8 minus minus 2, 8 minus minus 2, 8 minus minus 4, 8 minus 3, 8 minus 2, 8 minus 2, and 8 minus 8, 8 minus 8, 8 minus 8. Okay, so this is highest number. So by selecting the highest number, we are going to subtract the each number from this highest number. Okay, so 8 na ee side hakobeku, because highest number inda each number inda now each number na ನಾವು subtract ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So 8 na ee kade hakobodu, because you will get a minus balance, right? So that's why the rule to convert the maximization, that is to convert the maximization problem into minimization problem, first you have to select the highest number from the given transportation problem. Then we have to subtract the each number in the given transportation problem from the highest number. Okay, so this is the highest number in the given transportation problem. Therefore we are subtracting the each number from this highest number. Now we have to convert this maximization problem into minimization problem. Okay, see, step 1. Conversion of maximization problem into minimization problem. Okay, write down the table: sales S1, S2 and S3 and availability. next factory 1, factory 2, factory 3 and factory 4. So these are the factories. Okay, so if you will get confusion, you draw the line. So these are the informations, and write down the availability as it is: 10, 150 and 50 and 100. Next, requirements: 80 and 120, next 150. So the first step, if they have given the maximization problem, first step is to convert that maximization problem into minimization problem. So how to convert the maximization into minimization in the sense, by selecting the highest possible number in the given transportation problem and subtract the each number in the given transportation problem by the highest number. Okay, so this is the highest number in the given transportation problem, therefore we are subtracting this 6 from 8. Okay, now see, 8 minus 6, 2, 8 minus 6, 2, 8 minus 1, 7. Okay, see, similarly 8 minus and minus 2, so minus into minus plus here, therefore 8 plus 2, 10. You won't get confusion here. 8 we have to subtract the given number, so in the transportation problem have the negative value, so minus 2, right? So 8 minus and minus 2, minus into minus plus here, 8 plus 2, 10 here. Okay, next 8 minus and minus 4, minus into minus plus here, 8 plus 4, 12. Okay, next 8 minus 3, 5, 8 minus 2, 6, 8 minus 2, 6. Next 8 minus 8, 0. Next 8 minus 5, 3. Next 8 minus 3, 5. So the first step, if they are given the maximization problem, we have to convert the maximization problem into minimization problem. Now we have converted the maximization problem into minimization problem. Now we are going to apply the Vogel's approximation method. So before applying the Vogel's approximation method, in order to satisfy the demand and supply, we have to see whether the demand is equal to supply or not. Okay, see, 100, 200, 50 plus 50, 300 and 310. So the total supply is 310. Next 120 plus 80, 200 and 3 and 350. Okay, 350 is given. So to satisfy the demand and supply, in this problem the demand is not equal to supply. So now you have to think whether to add a dummy column or dummy row. So after that you will going to calculate the total transportation cost by applying the Vogel's approximation method. By this you will get the total transportation cost, I think 480 it seems. Okay, so even though if you get the different answers, it is not an issue, but you have to satisfy the all demand and supply. That's it. Okay, thanks for watching. So this is the last problem under Vogel's approximation method. If you have any doubts in this Vogel's approximation method, so please comment in this YouTube channel. I will definitely clarify your doubts in this YouTube channel only. So thanks for watching. Thanks once again.